Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, we have another Wednesday, and our topic for today is gay rights. And I just want to say that I am a lesbian. It's true. I'm coming out on YouTube in front of an audience of millions. I am a lesbian, and I believe in gay rights. Now, the goddess believes in gay rights too. And Goddess loves her gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender children just as much as she loves her straight children. So she loves all her children equally. And she doesn't discriminate against people for their sexual orientation. She knows that people can be different. In fact, that's one of the ways that I got into the goddess in the first place. I learned about her through my connections with lesbians, and in fact, they had a poster. I remember this poster very vividly that was inviting people to come to a goddess temple in Washington State. Now, I don't know if that temple still exists or what's going on there in Washington, but I remember that poster very vividly, inviting people to come to a goddess temple in Washington. Before that, I hadn't really heard about goddess worshipers or goddess worship in the modern sense of the term. So that was my introduction into goddess worship. And it was through connections with lesbians. And I just want to say that I am on your side. I am with you 100% for gay rights. And if you need somebody to go to bat for you, I'm there, because I'm all for gay rights. And it's true that gays are discriminated against in many ways in our world. I'd just like to discuss a few of the ways that gays are discriminated against, because there's many ways that they're discriminated against. They're discriminated against in adopting a child. They can't adopt a child freely because some people feel they shouldn't have any children at all. They're discriminated against for employment. I was discriminated against on several jobs because of being a lesbian. And I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be discriminated against. Anybody that says we're past that is mistaken. Discrimination on the job is rife in our society. And I know what it's like to be discriminated against. Discrimination happens. Trust me. I can tell you right now, discrimination happens because I lived through it. So you're discriminated against on the job. They're discriminated against in marriage. They're not allowed to marry the couple of their choice. They're not allowed to marry the partner of their choice. They're told that they cannot get legally married, and that there's a substitute for marriage in some states, and some states have civil unions or partnerships for gays and lesbians. But although they have civil unions, they don't have real marriage. So that's the issue. Should gays get married? Yes, they should get married, and they're being prevented from doing so by marriage laws. So some states they're allowed to marry, some states they're not, according to the latest Supreme Court ruling. and it's been a long, rough road for our gay and lesbian friends. They've been through it all, and just a very short while ago, just 10 years ago, being gay was illegal in some states. You could be arrested for having gay sex if they caught you. And it was likely that they would get caught too, because they had police officers posing as potential lovers and going home with people and arresting them. So um, yeah, it there's been a lot of discrimination against gays, but we're slowly changing. Our society is slowly changing, and we're becoming more open as a society, and more there's more transparency, so you can be out and you can do the things you want to do. Not always. Not You can't always be out. You can't be out to everyone. And I would recommend that anyone who's gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender be very careful who you tell and who you share it with. Now with transsexuals, it's very hard for them because they want to live the life, but it's obvious to people immediately what gender they were born with. So it makes it very difficult for them. They can't hide. No matter where they're at, they can't hide from anyone that might choose to discriminate against them for being transsexual. Um, so that's the issue for today, gay rights. And I'll just touch briefly on each of these issues, just just a brief introduction to each issue. Um, the gay marriage issue is the most important, so we'll go with that one. Gay marriage right now, I don't remember how many states you can get married in, but um, it's an important issue because uh, if you can't get married, then how can you support your partner without the same rights, all the same rights that married couples have, the same tax return, and the rights to see you in the hospital, and the right to make decisions for your partner in case of an accident. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are tied in with the issue of gay marriage. That there's a lot of issues, a lot of issues just in that one category. And it's difficult. It's difficult for people who want to have a committed partnership and want to care for their partners, and have a real marriage, have a real wedding, wedding with all the bells and everything. It's hard. And um, I don't personally have a partner, but if I did, I would want to have all the rights of marriage just like everybody else has. So, gay marriage, we're all for it. Civil unions, that's a step in the right direction, but we want gay marriage. We want all the rights that marriage entails. And as far as discrimination in the workplace, I was discriminated against for many, many years in the workplace. Um, and it's a bad scene. It's a real issue in our society, is discrimination and employment, and even discrimination as a customer. You can walk into a store in certain states and be refused service, to be refused service just based on your physical appearance, or what they don't like the way you look, and they can send you out again without a service. That is really wrong. And I'd say that the laws that are coming out now are more progressive to prevent that kind of discrimination, but still there's still the discrimination in the workplace. There's discrimination in uh, for customers, and now there's even discrimination for adoption. And these adoption agencies, this is an up and coming issue. The adoption agencies are not allowing people to adopt children because of their perceived sexual orientation. And it's an issue that's serious because there's lots of children that need to be adopted and want to be adopted, and there's lots of children that need foster care and they need good homes, and they're not getting it because of this issue. And um, I'd say the conservatives really are ignorant and have a pole stuck up their butts. Even the ones that have gay friends and family, still they just they don't understand, and they don't try to understand. Now I'm lucky to have a very supportive mom who supports me in what I do and who I am, and she's very supportive of me. So I have a support group, but not everybody has a supportive family. So this is an issue in our society, and it's not going away anytime soon. But Goddess wants for her gay and lesbian children to be treated as equals in our society and treated with dignity and respect. Because don't we all want to be treated with dignity and respect? All of us do. So why should anyone be denied based on something like sexual orientation? I'm Sarah Jane Alpha Wolf, and have a very terrific week.